Good day, good love, good way, and good beauty, illuminators and way showers. This is Wendy, once again bringing to you the inspirational messages from the languages of lights. So today, I celebrate once again with beautiful lemon water. So today's cup of inspiration is for all of you. So let me begin by once again saying thank you for being here. And good love and good light. It is that I join you today, still in this full moon energy. And I was just doing a little cleansing and clearing and smudging. I've got Palo Santo, a little cinnamon stick, a little bay leaf, and a stone in here. Which I've been feeling this stone speaker's energy very strongly today, as well as several others. And I'm feeling this energy of balance, of direction to move forward, feeling this balance and harmony in a message about moving in harmony and balance in a new direction. So that was kind of a little bit of the message that I was receiving as I was clearing and cleansing and meditating today. And quite a few interesting messages came to me today that I wanted to share with you. And today's date is 7/10, July 10th, 2017. And so today's date equals a 9. And so I was feeling this 9 energy of completion and this full moon energy. And so it was really very synchronistic. And one of the messages I received very loud and clear today was, the moments that take your breath away are the ones that bring you to life. And it truly is that those moments that take our breath away, whether it's the deepest excitement, joy, sadness, despair, elation, delight, there is nothing stronger than anything that takes your breath away, even if it's something as simple as something you've never noticed before outside, or a realization, and anything at all that aha moment that changes your life, that invokes a story within you, that story that you'll never forget about that aha moment, that intake of breath or that outward of breath, that those are the moments that are the ones that really bring us to life, that give us the catalyst to change, that's our rocket fuel. And so as I was feeling this, I was receiving this enormous energy just flowing up and through me, and this beautiful idea of peace and balance. And then it was as if this, and I even noticed today that I'm wearing black and white, or gray, actually gray and white. So it's been part of my awareness, I guess, all day, this feeling of harmonic balance, and in moving forward in a new direction. And I immediately started getting these messages about this rush of like energy just swirling through my chakras, and all of a sudden I just heard actually third eye activations. The message was these moments that take our breath away, that bring us to life, are literally opening up our third eye. It's as if that moment we're in the here and now with source energy, and it's that frequency that we want to perpetuate, to remember, to recreate. And So I was given this amazing, like, Kundalini dance. I don't know how else to explain it. And it was just, they were just showing me how this dance was happening, and then the third eye, and allowing this, like, these just beams of energy and information to flow through me, and it literally took my breath away. So it was pretty interesting. So I wanted to share with you the symbols that I was given in this little dance that I had, and I have to laugh because I believe it was just as I was finishing it, it turned 4:44 on the clock here, and p.m. And it was interesting too, because the 11 also came into my mind, because it was 101 degrees Fahrenheit here. So I've got the 1 and the 1, which is just about 38 degrees Celsius. So that equals 11. So it was just this kind of weird, I don't know, interesting rush of energy. But then this idea of 9 and the power of 9, and Sagittarian. I'm a Sagittarian, so a Sagittarius sits at the 9th house, and Saturn the 9th planet? I'd have to look that up. Anyway, so I was just a culmination of all of this energy, and I had just come back from a walk, and then when I realized that when I realized I was receiving this 9 energy, all of a sudden I was feeling this Sirius, like the star Sirius. So I'm feeling the Syrian sacred circuitry. And then I was reminded to grab my my journal, my Ascension Journal, my Bashar book, to the sacred circuitry number 9, which is receive. And so I thought, how fitting that right after I wrote, right after I was receiving this, about receiving this third eye kind of activation, and that this number 9 symbol, and about receiving. And so I love how all of this comes together. I love how each different aspect of us, when we allow ourselves to be open to the information and messages, starts to connect the dots like that. So it was pretty, it was just one of those fun things that I wanted to share. So, and while I was doing the cleansing and meditating, in between all of this information that was coming through, I was actually shuffling the cards, because what I wanted to do today was a 4-card pull for the 4 directions, representing basically us in the 4 directions: east, west, north, south. In that, when we're looking for balance in any kind of new direction that we want to move forward, and taking this 9 energy and completing and culminating, and then now once again kind of like refueling and restoring, rejuvenating ourselves to then find clarity and balance for the harmony of our next new direction. So it was kind of like that kind of a message. So I had already pre-shuffled all the cards, so I was also guided actually to pull 1 card from each of the 4 decks that I have here. So that would be the Earth Magic Oracle cards by Stephen D. Farmer, which I adore. I adore all of them, but I just adore these messages. And our Ascended Masters Oracle cards from Doreen Virtue. The Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. And also by Denise Lynn, my first and loving deck, the Native Spirit Oracle cards. So I wanted to do a special oracle today, reading multi-dimensional kind of thing going today for the full moon energy, and to kind of take this culmination or this balance, if you will, of moving out of this 9 energy and out of this, you know, full moon energy of culmination and receiving this information of direction that we may move in this new direction in harmony and balance. So I kind of liked the way that whole thing flowed together today. So I ask all of the guides for all who enter this beautiful sacred space, the sacred room of the highest of energies, that we may share our processes today in the highest of reverence and gratitude and the highest degree of certainty that the messages are pure and clear for all of us today, in the highest of guidance for each of us who are watching in every now, no matter whether it's today or your day, the first day, or a year from now, or whenever that is. This is your now, and everything is always now, and always it doesn't matter when you see something, because for you the message is for you in that moment, in that now. Ooh, and here we're just talking about the Galactic Center and Sagittarius, and it was exactly what I was thinking about was Saturn, because Saturn is retrograde right now in Sagittarius at 27 degrees, I think it is, which actually equals 9. And it's sitting at the center, which Sagittarius sits at the center of our Milky Way. And perspective perspective is the card. So how about that? We're looking for perspective on some guidance on how to move forward in what direction. Oh, I'm just loving this. And next, the Ascended Masters. And then I always hear languages in my mind. Nisaki ishanosati le sakiki sanasoto ishi and awuli asana you kosha nakalaki tatsumiki lokusono oshunakilaki satosotia sunosopoli antakashunikila sasopoli sana iwa kosha ikalakira. So maybe that's the Ascended Masters talking. Oh wow, meditate. Siddhartha, Gautama, Buddha. We have Buddha, meditate. Oh my God. Oh, this is great. So, meditation. So, let's see. Our first one is perspective. So, we're looking for, we're being offered perspective, and I'm being told now that the first and foremost way to gain perspective is through meditation. So, yeah, wow, and you know, I gotta tell you guys too, when I was drawing those symbols, boy, I was all tingly, and I was feeling all kinds of stuff. It was like, I don't know how to explain it sometimes. It was like, it's almost like just being on the edge of bliss of this orgasmic connection to source. I can't explain it, but it's just you just can't make this stuff up, and I just can't explain it sometimes. Oh, okay. Mending bridges. I heal rifts. I am a mender. Ooh, and look at that. So, apparently, one of the important messages for us today in our meditation is to see where it is, what bridges do we need to mend. And I'm seeing this, there's a wall. I see a wall, and I'm hearing breaking down the walls. How can we, what walls? And this isn't necessarily, okay, they're showing me right now, this is not necessarily mending bridges up with other people. They're showing me really right now, they're actually showing me mending bridges within ourselves. I'm like kind of getting that tingly thing, and I'm seeing I'm seeing the trees and the growth and the evergreens and the deciduous trees, and the leaves are falling, but yet some are evergreen. There's a bridge over water, bridge over troubled water. It comes to my mind about this is about mending bridges within ourselves and in our own fractals, and about I heal rifts. I am a mender, and I am hearing both sides of this about, you know, healing rifts with other people, but the bigger message here is healing rifts within our consciousness, within this battle within ourselves, healing this rift that we have with ourselves about being authentic in order to move forward. And that's really the strongest part of this message right now, and like breaking down our own barriers, our own walls, and to be able to see the perspective, you know, this Milky Way perspective of all the planets, because when you're, you know, at this perspective, you can see everything. And in meditation, we're able to do that. We're able to really bring ourselves out of that place where we're able to mend these places within, and heal these rifts within ourselves that that just have us in like this tangled web of being unable to to feel that balance and harmony in our direction. So that was kind of the biggest message I got with that. I actually have 2 cups. I have water, lemon water, and orange juice. So hang on. Oh my gosh, and that reminded me of something else just now. Of course. So lemon, orange juice, yellow. I did this little thing on Facebook the other day yesterday about your aura color, and mine turned out yellow. And I just thought it was funny because I'm such a sunshine person. I love the sun. I love the moonlight. My mom calls me sunshine. I mean, there's all this yellow stuff. I used to have a yellow room. A friend of mine just got a yellow house, and she's got yellow walls inside her house too. And she used to hang out with me at my house in my yellow room. So there's all this yellow energy. And right now, I'm like, as I'm looking at my cards, I'm seeing the backs. I'm seeing all the yellow in all these cards. And the backs of these 2 are yellow. And so I'm feeling all this yellow energy. There's yellow in this one too, in the sky there, the sun, earth magic. She's got a yellow butterfly. There's an owl. She's got the sun shining on her face, like right now, kind of like the yellow there. So I'm seeing all this yellow, all this brightness, and then the yellow, the sun here, and the stars and the gifts, and and then actually that my room, I forgot about that, was actually these 2 colors, the yellow and this blue here, this kind of purplish blue, almost like a periwinkle blue. So I'm seeing all this yellow, and I'm reminded about the solar plexus, and this is where we know when we're sure of things. When we feel that tingly in our solar plexus, that's our yes. That's our I know this, because when I feel that tingly, it's that balance, that direction, it's that knowing, it's that I want to cry from that exuberance of, oh my God, I got it. You know, that aha moment, I got it. The one that took your breath away. That's the one that brings you that aha. And look at all the yellow and in each one of these cards, oh my God, and look at the yellow aura up here, and then the Milky Way. So yeah, yellow, guys. You know, eat yellow food. Lemons are one of the most amazing things you could do. Just look it up, Google it, all the different ways, the way it cleans all the energy cleansing properties of yellow. I got my yellow blanket here, which is funny, it's yellow and blue, which I bought on purpose for that other room. But anyway, so with that said, yellow, I don't know, there's just this yellow energy, and even though I realize, you know, that the third eye is more this like indigo blue, I'm feeling that connection with the water and the blue, and now this blue and yellow combination. So for what that's worth, I don't know. Be the sunshine, feel that gut instinct, and when you shine inside, that's when you know you're at your highest enthusiasm, your highest joy. That's when you know that's what you're meant to do. When you get a sign or a symbol, a vision of something that tells you to do something, that's because that's your higher self talking to you, and the and the more tingly you feel in your solar plexus about going and doing that thing that you have never done before, the more that means you need to go do it. Then you need to go take that chance. You need to go shine, 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 shine. You need to shine. Okay. Oh my gosh, circle of life. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, the circle of life. So here I am looking at the directions thinking, okay, east, west, north, south, creating an entire circle, the circle of life, mending these bridges, coming full circle with ourselves, with all of our fractals, with all of our crystalline pieces of ourselves, taking that information into meditation and really soul searching, feeling that tingly thing when we get that vision in meditation that we know that thing is so true. It's true beyond any shadow of a doubt. Giving us a new perspective, giving us this grand perspective of imagine what it would be like to be right in the middle of the Milky Way and just seeing everything swirling around and having that perspective of being able to see everything in full circle. And there's beautiful, the beautiful stones. I was talking about the stones earlier and the stone speakers. That was one of the very first things I resonated with many, many years ago when I was awakening. And the very first video I made was, I was told I was speaker new, N-U. And now I'm thinking about new beginnings, N-E-W, and then they showed me my name flipped over, you know, Wen, W-E-N, because everybody, as long as I've ever remembered, has always kind of nicknamed me Wen. So new and Wen, and so they specifically said, you know, you are speaker new, and if it was spelled N-U, and there was all of this, I don't know, all of this information about speakers and stone speakers, and I believe I remember, and I remember so resonating that with, I put that even in my Bashar book here, my journal, about when I first heard him talking about the stone speakers, and I just started just rippling with energy when I heard it. It was like I knew, I could feel it, I knew without, beyond a shadow of a doubt. And just like we always, just like we, you, me, we all know when we have learned something about ourselves in this awakening process, you just know beyond a shadow of a doubt that was the thing you needed to hear right when you needed to hear it, and it was part of your, you knew that was a crucial stepping stone to your process. So I did want to read the actual meanings of the cards too, so I don't want to take too long, so let's just start them in the way that we pulled them. So in the Earth Magic, we pulled Milky Way, Perspective. My mind went somewhere for a second. Milky Way, Perspective. The Milky Way is said to be one of billions of galaxies in the observable universe. It contains between 200 and 400 billion stars. Wow. The one most familiar to us being the sun, and that's our star. Our sun is our star. The sun within you is the star within you. The oldest star in our galaxy is 13.2 billion years old, said to be nearly as old as the universe itself. The galactic center, guys. And the Earth is about 4.5 billion years old. And this is all, of course, based on what we know now. Distances are measured in light years, and the Milky Way galaxy is believed to be 100,000 light years in diameter. Wow. The enormity and vastness stagger the mind and challenge the imagination. Yet it also gives us some notion of where we fit in all of this. Considered from this perspective, oh, did I put it back already? Oh, here it is. From this perspective, Considered from this perspective, our usual frame of reference is put to task. We're faced with the choice of abandoning our myopic vision in favor of seeing and accepting the bigger picture. And that's what we're all here doing right now, is we're finally accepting and seeing and accepting the bigger picture, the bigger truth, the one that shakes us up, that takes our breath away, that makes our solar plexus just jump and shine. Or we can just allow ourselves to be overwhelmed by a sense of smallness and helplessness, yet know that we're composed of material from those very stars that inhabit the Milky Way. And remember that we are composed of all these materials, all of it. Everything that we see, everything that we are, everything everywhere, we are all composed of the same materials. Thus, we're connected to Earth and the entire universe at all times. That's what we're finally remembering in life and death. And when we can understand that, it gives us a completely new perspective on everything. You have lost your perspective, so it is time to step back, breathe, and allow yourself to detach in order to gather information. And now I'm hearing him meditate, gathering information from your senses and regain your perspective about the situation. Detachment does not mean that you no longer care. It simply indicates that you are looking at things from a different point of view. It is an outlook that is not clouded by emotions, judgment, or attachment to outcome. And this is where we need to drop our expectations, that attachment to an outcome. But instead maintains a non-reactive awareness of these things. A non-reactive awareness. And I'm hearing allowance. The witness, that integral aspect of yourself that simply observes everything in your life, offers his or her eyes here. Though these lenses of pure awareness, through these lenses of pure awareness, you can examine all aspects of your experiences, physical, emotional, and mental, without denying anything. By doing so, you will come to understand a greater perspective that is typically justified by the ego, which allows you to see what is before you with clear vision and an open mind. And I received a message, interestingly enough, today about the ego and how when we finally surrender to all that we are, we simply are asking ourselves, we're having a conversation with our ego to say, we respect you, but in order for me to gather a higher perspective, right now, you are here to guide me through this three-dimensional puzzle, if you will, experience. However, in order for me to gain higher perspectives, we have to ask our partner, our ego, our vehicle, if we will, to step aside while we are allowed to step outside of that egoic vehicle in order to reach higher perspectives of understanding. So that was an interesting message I received today as well. So thank you very much for that beautiful message from our Earth Magic. And the next is from our Ascended Masters. From our Ascended Masters. Buddha. Meditate. Sorry, guys. Give you a chance to meditate there. This card is a call for you to meditate regularly. Your path, body, and soul are asking for quiet time to reflect, think, and receive insights. Exactly what it's so wild, you guys, isn't it? Just to receive insights, to mend these bridges, to complete our own circles of life. Even a small amount of time devoted to daily meditation will bring you great gifts. You don't necessarily need any formal training in meditation. It's simply a matter of sitting quietly, closing your eyes, breathing, and listening. Additional meanings for this card. Be still and listen. You need some time alone. Be honest with yourself, because this mending bridges with ourselves. This is we have to be honest with ourselves now. In order to complete these cycles and get this higher perspective, we've got to take this time to listen and actually be honest with ourselves about the information we're receiving, and accepting the fact that this is information coming directly from our higher selves and from our guides and our angels, and that we must no longer filter the information to make it more comfortable and massage it. We need to hear it, and we need to realize it, and then we need to actually act upon it. Not just know it, not just hear it. We need to literally act upon it in order for us to mend these bridges and actually gain this new perspective. Siddhartha Gautama devoted his life to finding an end to suffering. He renounced his family's wealth and tried several spiritual paths, including asceticism, in his quest for spiritual growth. He finally had insight that moderation, or the middle way, balance, harmony, oh my God, the middle way was the path to enlightenment. Oh my gosh, middle, balance. And over there I have my white and black stones on top of a white and black cloth to remind me every single day for that balance, that harmony, that balance every day. He also demonstrated the benefits and importance of meditation, and many of his insights occurred as he meditated beneath the Bodhi tree. Call upon Siddhartha Gautama for help in developing your meditation practice, to practice moderation, and to overcome any form of suffering. And this is something I'm also reminded right now by our Ascended Masters is to don't forget to ask for them, you guys, when no matter what you're doing, whether it's something you're working on at work, or whether it's your meditation, your spiritual practices, whatever it is, we've got to remember we're being invited and reminded to invite them in. Whatever it is you're doing, invite that grand master of that thing, or whatever masters are excited about that thing that you're doing. Invite them into your awareness, invite them to help you, send you messages, bring you information in your dreams and your meditation. And it will change the way you move through life. It'll change the way you make decisions about how you do your work. You will receive new and higher insights, how to do things smarter, not harder, how to do more in less time, how to truly convey your true light, who you are in your work without fear and hesitation, to attract co-creative parties, the people that need you and the people that you need in order to co-create, to fulfill that circle of life, of abundance. So, wow, just, lots of great messages here, guys. Okay, the gateway, mending bridges. I get so thirsty talking to. Card meaning. I heal rifts, I am a mender. Heal old wounds with respect to people and situations. Carefully do whatever you feel necessary to make amends. You are a mender. Amends mean mender. Help others mend bridges in their lives. And that is a huge message right now for all of us. As those of us who wish to express our light in this way and assist others, and inviting information from the higher realms to assist others, we want to help each other mend the bridges between all of us, that we remind ourselves that we're here also to help others mend the bridges in their lives. And by doing that, we literally mend our own. The universe wants you to know there are times to drop everything and leave, and there are also times to carefully mend bridges with people, situations, and places. Ooh, and places. I'm just hearing that somebody needs to hear that about about asking for assistance and replacing the energy about an idea that you hold, a belief that you hold about a place. This is one of those healing times. Maybe there is a wound inside of you that needs to be forgiven or accepted. And sometimes these wounds are wounds that are self-inflicted about things that we haven't forgiven ourselves about, that we have done, or that we feel from other timelines, perhaps. And we can mend bridges in the timelines that way as well. And literally by doing that, we change our past, which then, if we want to call it the past, we no longer tell the same story. But that's a whole story for another story. Transform the inner grievance. Do it now, for you no longer need to carry it with you. Perhaps there is a person from your past with whom you should reconnect. You know what you need to do. Take action now. Questions to ask yourself. If there was an area of my life that needed mending, what might it be? What is the first step I need to take towards resolving a current rift I have with someone? Could this card represent something within myself that I need to give attention to or mend? And therein lies the biggest message that I was receiving, was that. Is there something within yourself that needs to be mended? This is the time to do it once and for all, because it's preventing you from moving forward and having balance and harmony in your direction to move forward. And my first deck, the Circle of Life. And I am also hearing and feeling lots of communication through these crop circles everywhere, guys. So they're messages, they're symbols for us. They're much like maps. They're much like a story. I keep hearing stories. So they're showing me that when we open our third eye, that we are literally, and when we look at these crop circles, we're also opening our third eye, that we're able to actually hear this information and feel the connections and literally receive the information with greater clarity and more frequency during our meditation time. And we also are encouraged to meditate before we go to bed in order to ask to bring in this information during our astral travel, and then assimilate it in a way that we are more conscious about the information and how we're using it in our waking hours. Circle of Life, the card meeting. All things are possible. Stand in your center, and I'm getting that galactic center, and be open. The four winds are bringing your dreams to fruition. And now I'm hearing also the directions, the four winds, east, north, west, and south. Four winds in four directions. The four winds are bringing your dreams to fruition, to full circle. Embrace and accept where you are in the great circle of life. Bounty and abundance are flowing to you. If you've had relationship or financial challenges, things are about to change. Your native spirit wants you to know the circle of life, called the medicine wheel. Oh my God, you guys, you're not going to believe this, but my little medicine wheel fell out of my thing today. Just as I was playing with I was actually, when I went to go get my, the Palo Santo, and for cleansing the space, my little wheel fortune guy fell out. That's too funny. My circle of life. Oh, that's hilarious. Bounty and abundance are flowing to you. You just can't make this stuff up, can you guys? If you've had relationship or financial challenges, things are about to change. Your native spirit wants you to know the circle of life, called the medicine wheel in Native American traditions, symbolizes a cosmology that honors all the circles of life. Those in Western cultures tend to see life as linear. However, those in indigenous cultures see all life as a circle. When this card chooses you, and Justin, I'm hearing too, the one is the all are the one. And the circle of life is the beginning of the understanding of that everything is connected to the same one circle. All the spokes are connected to the same one source. We are all spokes. We are all a sun. If you want to look at this as a, as a ball instead of a, that we're all connected to the same inner sun. When this card chooses you, it's time to honor and cherish all aspects of the Great Circle. All parts of the journey have beauty and grace. There's beauty in the rising sun, just as there is in the setting sun. To only revel in the rising sun and demean times of endings, like this now, this number 9, this completions, okay, and demean times of endings depletes your energy. Choose what is, and you become the master. You become master of the universe, or at least of your own personal universe. And right on the page right before this, you guys, yesterday, we are the masters of our own universe, our own experience, by how we filter our beliefs and then respond. So very interesting that message actually came through yesterday, but yet, there is no such thing as time. Everything is now. So no matter when you get the information or when you remember the information, it's because you needed it for right now for a particular reason. The journey. Create a medicine wheel for yourself. It can be as simple as creating a circle of stones that you place on your desk, or of course crystals. And this is what I like too, is I do this a lot too with the natural stuff. Or make a circle of stones or pine cones that you lay outdoors. As you place each part of the circle, hold the intent that you're honoring all aspects of your life. And so I will, many people, and I love this, and how much like Feng Shui is the idea of intention and laying things out in certain places to intend a particular outcome, if you will, or drawing a particular energy into our lives. The same goes for when we're creating these energetic circles, whether it be with just any stones of the earth, whether we're stacking them, whether we're laying them out, whether we have crystals and we put them in a grid pattern of meaning just a design. As you're doing it, you're receiving information, you're sending out information. It's a co-creative exchange of information and energy. And it's in these times of that's part of meditation. You're able to mend bridges during that time. You're able to receive new perspectives. So all these messages are all tied in together, and I just absolutely love it when we intend at the beginning of these gatherings together, when we set an intention at the beginning, and look at how just setting the intention at the very beginning of this even co-creation, how everything we received from the universe was exactly in perfect harmony with all of the energy that we had put in the intention. We received back exactly from the universe what it was that we intended. So if we can take and understand that it works with everything. It works with a parking space. It works with a job, a house, a relationship. But we have to let go of how it comes. We have to let go of, we put the picture out there, and then we have to let go of how we receive it, how it's going to look, what box it's going to come in, because we narrow down. We say we want this and we want it this way, but then we shut out the better. We shut out the bigger. We shut out the impossible. We shut out the miracles because we limit our beliefs. So I think that really is the essence of this message. And remember that it doesn't matter what moment it is that took your breath away. It's that one that's bringing you to life again. Thanks, guys. I needed a sip of water. Ino soto shi buko kiala ima soto hima ialo kosha shebe isato somokole indasisi olakisa ple etasha ne ki kola kisa tesamiki ita soto samila letosama tashnewa elisa only ki bukoshina. They're showing me that when you are following your highest joy and excitement, you're literally connecting. Where they're showing me we're mending a bridge between each other. We're like connecting a bridge between our third eyes. They're kind of showing us showing me right now, how we're literally connecting to each other's third eyes when we are sharing our excitement. Because, okay, so when we're in when we're engulfed in our excitement and there's someone else on the receiving end of this, no matter whether it's just a job well done and you're, whatever that is, when you're connecting with that person, like visually, eye to eye, or energetically, whatever the case may be, you're literally connecting like your third eye. And that is like your connection to source too. So it's almost like you're connecting to their third eye and then you're connecting directly to source. You're feeling that connection, but you feel it in here. When it takes your breath away, but you feel it in here, and then you get your recognition here, you get your knowing here, you get your confirmation here. There's this tree that has just been like talking to me all day, and it's like really kind of far away, and it's the strangest thing. I keep looking at it. It's like it's as if it has been talking to me the whole time I've been sitting here. So if I had looked a little distracted now and then, that's why. So anyway, but that's how this stuff is. There's probably a being standing out there that my conscious mind won't let me see, but I'm seeing it standing right there. And it's interesting because then all of a sudden I hear a word or a name, and then I wait for that confirmation. And so I hear a variety of beings. The first thing I heard was Hathor, which is interesting because I don't always feel them or hear them. So that's very interesting that's what I heard when I saw, and because they're very, very, very large beings, and so it would stand to reason, it would stand to reason that I would use a very, very tall tree or a tree to represent that energy for me right now. So yeah, sorry about that. You got to go with the flow here. And that's the third eye is about that. It's about going with the flow, the harmony, the balance within us, and not resisting, just allowing, and finding the beauty and the perfection in that allowance, and the great power that how that catapults us and gives us direction, gives us perspective in that direction, and clarity in our meditations in order to come full circle. Ikwate asatopashinawali ushunabi ikwake tipi sunu bila hurshamia aluki plahina si kwila ke sobalesa no sabe torike bikiashanewa lehina kalakwa sobala shawa elkita kikimo kwasatashi wahishinasa zapalesa takila otose sumose kialaki. May you find the absolute perfect beauty in loving yourself completely, honestly, humbly, grandly. For self-love is truly the key, and knowing thyself fully, completely, without expectation or judgment is a crucial step to finding complete self-love. Thank you. I love you. And thank you once again for being with me, Wendy, sharing with me and they with us all the messages in every aspect, every crystalline fractal of the languages of lights. Neshokia, I love you. Namaste. Mahala. The light within you illuminates the light within me, and the light within me illuminates the light within you, and together we illuminate the light of the universe. Neshokia. I love you.